And we are recording. Hello, everyone. Sharon Ann here. Please allow me the opportunity to introduce myself to you. I'm a 5K walker, often participating in races like the Blacklight Run, the Foam Glow Race, the St. Jude Walk. I love lap swimming as it's great exercise. I like saturating my mind with personal development in the forms of books, podcasts, and YouTube videos. Most of all, I'm passionate about all things mental health. I wanted to come on today talking about enmeshed families and the guilt and manipulation that takes place within the family unit. Let's get things moving along. Enmeshed families, they're like the tapestries woven with threads in the colors of pinks, yellows, and oranges, but often tinged with manipulation and guilt, seen in the colors of grays and browns. One common scenario in such families is elaborate production put on during special occasions like weddings, baby showers, preschool and kindergarten graduations, birthday parties, even during holidays. What might seem like a celebration can sometimes be carefully choreographed performance aimed at maintaining control and perpetuating guilt within the family dynamic. I'll go ahead and share here that back in April, I celebrated my birthday with my walking group, and I celebrated with my Toastmasters group, which I absolutely love. And lastly, I celebrated with family. I recall that with family, I told them I was going to make my own cake, a white chocolate cheesecake. And I previously made reservations at another restaurant. My thoughts were that we always go to the same restaurant for special occasions because this restaurant has a salad bar to it that everybody loves. And I'm like, why not try something different? Why not go out there and go to a restaurant at the mall? I figured I get my daily step count and then meet everyone later for dinner. But nope. My mom made a fuss that I wanted to step out of my comfort zone, but I wanted to go out there and do my own cake. She said things such as, no, no one's going to eat your cake. It looks ugly. It's not done perfectly. I wanted to go to a seafood restaurant. And she's like, now I have to take my algae medicine, Jesty, lobster, and crabs. I feel guilty for even speaking up, for even acknowledging how I really desire to celebrate my birthday. I felt guilty for even believing that this year my birthday would be different, to be celebrated the way I wanted it to. I thought that perhaps I should have just made my own plans, told family that I was unavailable, and that I could fully celebrate the way I wanted to. Friends, behind the scenes, there's often a complex interplay of emotions and power dynamics. Members of enmeshed families, they may feel persecuted and pressured to conform to certain rules or expectations, whether it's playing the perfect host, the dutiful child, or the supportive sibling. Let's examine each one. The perfect host. Sometimes you go out there and you feel like you have to go out of your way to cater to someone else's needs. And the perfect host, they do that. It's like they plan the party games. Yet when your sister says she wants to keep things simple with like a cake, ice cream, and a few gifts, you decide to go big by having an event catered, say, like by Olive Garden, renting a room at a community clubhouse, having a pinata, a photo booth, hiring a comedian to entertain guests at the event. The dutiful child, say, that's a child who takes on the duties of taking care of the house, honor commitments that come with, say, living on a farm or a ranch. It's like rarely they ever get the spotlight recognized for their hard work. Life for them varies between being uptight, jealous, and happy. The supportive sibling, a child who is responsible for taking care of their brothers or sisters, paying the bills, fulfilling parental roles in the family. Friends, the pressure can stem from a desire to please parents or maintain the illusion of harmony within the family, even if it comes at the cost of individual autonomy and authenticity. Talk about alliteration there with autonomy and authenticity. For example, on my end, I used to think that as long as the house remained clean, the bathroom was spotless, the floors were mopped prior to having company, then I'd be accepted for who I am. Again, I used to think that as long as the house was clean, the bathroom was spotless, the floor was mopped prior to having company over, then I'll be accepted for who I am. Yet now I come to realize that no matter what I do, it's never good in the eyes of others. They're always going to find something to complain about. I can only work on how I respond to them. I learned you can't control other people, but you can control how you react and how you respond. Another example is how I used to think that during Christmas, if I stayed with the tradition of getting everyone a gift card, and there'd be no hurt, no pain, no drama. Everyone would be grateful that at least they got something. After all, that's the thought that counts during Christmas. Now it's like I didn't get the right gift card. I didn't get them the right amount. And there's also many emotions that come into play every year with putting up the family Christmas tree. I'm like, I want the ornaments because they tell a story. Whereas family members, they rather go with the store brand and the star on top of the tree instead of the Christmas angel. Friend, in such settings, guilt becomes a potential tool for manipulation, whether it's the subtle hints about how much effort went into organizing a celebration, a child who spent, say, 2 days cooking for a baby shower, a brother who went to 3 different stores just to find the right ice cream because it's their favorite, are the not so subtle reminders of sacrifice. You grow up with your grandparents so they can travel and have a better life. I took on a second job so that you could attend private high school and have a better chance of getting into, say, Harvard. Guilt is used to keep family members in line and ensure compliance with established norms. The fear of disappointing or upsetting loved ones, it can lead individuals to suppress their own needs and desires, perpetuating a cycle of emotional entanglement and dependency. For example, say your aunt spent 2 days cooking for a wedding, and she convinces you to wear her old wedding dress when in reality, you want to wear a pastel white dress. It's new, you got it, it has a meaning to you. You try to speak up for yourself, yet it causes argument to where you feel guilty for sticking up, allowing your feelings to be known. During the wedding, say you might suppress your wants and needs, put on the poker face. Even though you're so hurt inside, you go out there and you just pretend that everything's okay. Breaking free from the grip, not gip, breaking free from the grip, there we go, of manipulation and guilt and enmeshed families requires courage and boundary setting. Letting your yes be yes and your no be no. It's something that Hannah Townsend talked about in the book Boundaries and something I bring up a lot. Letting your yes be no, yes, and your no be no. It means recognizing and challenging unhealthy patterns of behavior. Flipping the switch when we feel compelled to give in to negative attitudes are both people pleasing and codependency. By asserting autonomy and prioritizing our own well being, individuals can begin to unravel and entangle the thread of manipulation and guilt, forging healthier and more authentic relationships within their families. If you find yourself entangled in the web of manipulation and guilt within your family, know that you're not alone. As you navigate this challenging terrain, I invite you to take the first steps forward towards healing by reaching out for a free 30-minute session. Together, we can work through any hurt, habit, and hang-up and empower you to reclaim your agency and build healthier relationships. Your journey to healing starts now.